Hi Team YouTube, I'm Anna.
And I'm Pam.
We are going to take you through a resistance band workout today because it's what you've all been asking for. Use all your lockdown equipment. So if you grab everything you've got that's a little bit twangy and find some stuff that you can hook things on, things like this are really handy. Or if you've got a door mount or a door mount that you can pull so you can row, we're going to do a mixture of stuff that's attached and not attached. So grab everything you've got, make sure you're feeling fit and healthy, you've got loads of space and you're not going to twang your mum. I can't even do it, I just hit myself in the leg with a band. Hi guys, right, we're going to get you warmed up and ready for actions. The first thing we're going to do is move through body weight squats and lunges. So just hold on to your bands for now. We're going to drive it down, push those knees forward and then step back into a lunge. So just using these as a stretch and to get everything up. Don't take it too deep to start with. Push the knees out, ground into the heel and really give some magic to your quads. Push the floor away and push into the butt cheeks. So we're going to do another 4 here, pushing it down, squeezing those legs out, nice and 2. I feel like, is that 3 or 1?
I think we've got one more to do.
Okay, good. Thanks, Mum. Okay, lovely. Now just circle the shoulders back, open everything up, start getting it a little bit ripe. And forward. Lovely. Let's do our squats and lunges again. Give them a little shake. Going for 8, push the knees out, drop the knee to the floor. So do these in your own time, and if you need to pause us, you absolutely can. Feel the heat in your legs. Oh, hi, I'm just going to kneel here instead.
4.
I was watching that cyclist. We're actually in the park today. We're very excited, aren't we, Mum?
Well,
Even though it's 400 degrees. Okay, let's go back to these circles. Use it out. So we'll start with a little rotator cuff warm up, which is something really handy that you can use light bands for. It's like a hip circle and these ones. So we're just going to bring it out. So you anchor in and use as much band as you need to keep your elbows still. It's like a flasher trying to open. So bring it out again. Hello, look inside my Mac. Flasher. Mum does that a lot, don't you?
oh, of course, yeah.
We're going 6 more on this side. And really squeeze in. Open the flashing. Lovely, and then switch sides. Just getting that other rotator cuff up and pumped. So this shouldn't be too difficult. Just a warm up to activation work. So we're doing nothing crazy. And again. I can't count. I don't know how many that was. The last
7
one. And 8.
8.
Right, we're going to take a stretchy-ish band and loop it around the top, so it doesn't really matter what it is. All we're going to do is sit down, so this isn't an exercise. I'm going to turn my back to you actually, so you can see. All we're doing is pinning in and dropping the shoulder down. So with one hand, you're going to drop your shoulder in, so it's not actually any kind of rowing sensation because the elbow's not bending. So arms nice and straight, and you're just dropping, arms nice and straight, and you're just dropping it in, squeezing it in, so don't bend your elbow.
Oh.
Arms straight and just drop your shoulder in. So this is just to activate your lats and traps. So you're just pinning it in and not letting the band twang you back. Just keep your elbow completely straight and just sink your scapula in here.
I am.
Sink it in. So it's a tiny movement, it barely moves, and your finger knuckles will rotate from overhand to probably about sideways as you sit the scapula back and down. Yeah, give me 3 more this side, so absolutely no bend in the elbow.
It's really
Use your
hard
back.
not to bend the elbow.
And change arms. It is really hard not to bend, she's not lying. Sorry about the train, we're right next to the train track. And then you're going to squeeze in, so the movement's just from the shoulder, no elbow. Shoulder.
I need to come out a bit more.
Drop it down and in and pin in, no elbow. No elbow.
I'm not using my elbow.
Stop bending it then. So just scapula. It's the tiniest movement you've ever done. Your arm's only going to move about 5 to 10 centimetres. And just dropping it down. So feel the big stretch and then pin it in. Smash the scapula down towards your pants. So do about 5 more. Bend the knees so your back's nice and comfy. Squeeze down. Elbow. Keep going, team. There, so this is where you're pinning from. No elbow. So just in this bit right here, squeezing down, and just imagine that this scapula, this tiny bit, is packing down into the body. There you go. That's it. No elbow.
I can still do
Through
it.
this section.
I can still do it with my elbow, baby.
Oh, good. I'm glad you've made up your own move. We're going to pin right in, so we don't even need to rotate that much. We're just going to crush nuts there. Right in this bit, underneath there. You're going to start feeling that in there. And I'm allowed to touch Mum because she's my mum. Even though we're still...
Have I done enough yet?
No! No, yeah, because you have. Brilliant! So let's take a moment. Now we're going to do a little bit more through the top half of our body and go into a stretching kind of movement. So you're going to grab your bands. You might just want one string. It's up to you, and you can use 2 bands like this or a loop band like this. We're just going to stretch through and activate our mid back. Now, if any of this warm-up stuff you want to do again, just stop us, rewind us, and take us back to the beginning. So you want to make sure that everything you've got is feeling really good. So just take these out, stretch, and really get that back going. Stretch. Everything you do with the band needs to be done slowly because they twang, and you don't want to have that momentum as you come back in. Just going to squeeze it out, stretch and elongate.
Can I bend my elbows?
A little bit, like you're cuddling someone, so that it's soft, but not bending. So it's just like a soft bear hug. Nice. Keep your elbows straightish the whole time. That's it. Look like you're Okay, so now let's just do our last little bit for some glute activation. We're going to come down into our runner's lunge. You're going to squeeze the knee open so that your butt cheek turns on. So just doing about 10 on each side. Take this runner's lunge position, squeeze the front butt cheek until your knee opens a little bit. So you're going to keep doing that 10 times, squeezing for about 3 seconds. We're going to have such a bad grass rash. It's really dry and crispy out here and things keep biting us. Keep going, squeeze the cheeks, squeeze into the cheeks. Like that, Pam?
Yeah. I'm squeezing both, is that all right?
You squeeze what you like down there. And when you've done about 10, we're going to change sides. Just digging in there, squeezing 1 or 2 cheeks or more. Up to you.
Oh.
I'm gonna overlay some music to try and cover some of the sound effects. Do 5 more. Squeeze in. 4. 3. 2 more. Lovely, and the last one. So hopefully we're feeling quite active in the hip. The first thing we're doing is a squat with your band. So I'm going to use my timer, which I can get out, and see if it's working today. Yay, we're working it. So, I'm going to do about 50 seconds of a ton of different exercises and see how we all get on. So Mum's going to use the 2 bands, she's going to wrap them. I'm going to use a loop band just so you can see the difference. This one is a little bit light for a squat, but hopefully it will help just demo 2 different types. So we're going to sink our butt back like we do normally, and then as you come up, you'll feel the extra resistance from the band. So if you keep going, it will slack off at the bottom, and you do need to check the line of your back as you sink in, so that you're not tempted to go to squat like a duck. So we're still going to drop the hips down, push the knees forward, and the resistance on the band will only kick in through the top half of the movement. Right, I can't really see this because it's so sunny, so I'm going to have to hold it in my hands.
Knees out, I've got to keep remembering.
Like she says, knees out, weight in the heel. Let those knees are moving so they look towards the baby toe. We're going to keep going, squeezing into the glutes, charging up those butt cheeks. Good. We're doing here another 15 seconds, so you can keep this just hooked over your shoulders like this, or alternatively we'll like wrap them so that it's like a bar. Can you do that with yours? So that they rack like a bar, so then you have more resistance because you're short on the line of tension on there. So another 5 seconds here, squeeze in and drive up. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're moving into the single arm pull down. So you can use a similar position to the one that we used earlier in the warm up. We're going to sit with the bands to the side of us. We move our body so it's roughly, our butt's roughly in line with the band, and then you're going to lean back a little bit and you're going to pull into your side. This time you are allowed to bend your elbow.
This is what I was doing, I think.
And you're going to shrink over so that you're trying to bring your inside nipple down, crushing it in towards the side, but without adding in too much rotation. It's a little bit of rotation again. Squeezing in and thinking about the movement we did first up, dropping the scapula down first, scapula and then pull. So your back does the work before your bicep. Oh look, we're touching feet in the middle, this is cute. Right then, keep it on. I don't know if my timer's working now. There it is. Squeezing, let's just do 4 more. Exhaling on the effort, really crushing the nuts down. 2 more, and 1. Lovely, let's switch over. So now you're turning away from the partner. And squeezing in. Down first before you do the pull down. Drop it in and then pull. With a handle or without, and again squeezing in, well done. We've got left on this one about 25 seconds on the clock. You could also do this for reps. We're doing time today so that we're all stuck together, pinning in and squeezing, and again. Nice, so you don't have to bring your arm down too low, so the elbow is the driver. So the elbow comes down, and then when the elbow's done, the movement's 3, 2, and 1. Good, up we jump. We're going to try a pull through, Mum's fave. So, grab your quite hard bands, quite strong bands. You're going to step away from the pivot point, bring them between your legs, hinge over, grounding the feet into the floor, and then squeeze your butt cheeks to stand up. So there's a little stretch on the hamstring as the bands pull you back in, and then you're going to bring your cheeks up. So you need to facilitate the tension on the band and bend those knees to let your butt cheeks move back. But we grind into the floor, splitting the floor with your feet to make sure that your beautiful, gigantic, muscular arse is playing the game. Lifting and squeezing. Beautiful, lovely flat backs. Boosh. Let's do another 10. Really get these babies pumped.
Am I doing this one right?
Yeah. Ooh. We go 9. And squeezing your butt. So I want you to think about everything that's happening in your muscular cheeks. 7. And there will be a little bit occasionally of band burn. Suck it up. Keep going, squeezing in. No one died from band burn, we'll be fine. Just keep it in safe areas, that's what I ask. Okay, 3 more here. Right, Pav? 1 more. Boosh. Well done. Let's release those, and we're going to use the same band probably to make our way down to the floor for a row. Now you're pretty strong in this position as well. So we're going to grip and put the tension on. So when our arms are long, we have tension on the band already. And then you're doing the same thing we did when we warmed up. So you depress the scapula first and then you row after. So we want to drop those scapula down and then pull in. And again. So the feeling is like you're trying to bring your elbows together behind your back. Obviously can't do that. So there'll be a little bit of rotation through your forearms as well. So it might be overhand here and then a little bit more up towards the back, but we're never letting the tension off. Good squeeze. Keep going. We're going to do this for another 15 seconds, opening the chest. Nice, and beautiful job. And one more. Oosh, well done. Okay, we're going to come into a chest press using our bands over the thing. I don't know. I'm going to try it with this and see what happens. So you probably want to be around halfway down, whatever you're using, whether you're using it with a doormat or not. And then with some of them, these have got unclippable handles, so you can just change them, move them over. Otherwise, if you've got ones that come already with the handles on, then that's cool because you're all set up. We just come through and you're going to push here. So the key is to make sure they're even before you start. And then you're just pushing and squeezing the bands forward. Lovely. So we tuck the elbows down about 45 degrees. So it works like a normal bench press or a presser. So you're squeezing right in there. And they don't have to come too far back, so we don't want to overstretch the pec. Imagine they're attached to a bar, they wouldn't be able to come all the way down. And again, dropping the shoulders in like normal. Do it again.
That's quite strong.
Crushing nuts with giant pecs. Let's do 5 more, squeeze. So you'll find that your back and your legs are stronger, and then your pec probably after that, and then the rest of it will follow. Good. When you've finished, choose something that you're going to use for a shoulder press. I'm going to try this. So we are doing this is double triceps. Just did chest, and now we're going to do shoulders. So you're going to ground in, and this one like needs an attachment. So you're going to step on it, and then you just press up into the air. I have to bring my feet together. And you snatch it, push up, and then lower. Ooh. So our elbows are slightly in front of our body line, and the bands kind of sit in the groove behind the back. So push and squeeze, and then lower. 3, 2, 1. Good. Do it again. 3, 2. Right, keep going. So we want to keep these bands tracking down, and you will get band burn. So they come down in this little groove here, just in the arm, but we're keeping everything nice and stacked like this, so that we're real tight. Our cores on our knees are just a tiny bit soft. I'm going to do 3 more, Pam. I'm not even going to pick mine, I'm just going to let you do it. 1 more. Oh, fresh and raring, look at this.
Last one.
Beautiful, last one. Okay, now it's bicep curl. So your biceps are pretty strong, so you might need to do a little kind of double loop in the middle, so that then you can come up, so that there's some tension on them at the bottom. So we'll do 45 seconds here, squeezing in. And because of the way that bands work, and the stretchiness of them, you might not be able to get your arms all the way down, so you're just going to come down to the point where you have a little tension there, and lift and squeeze. Good. Nice. Squeeze the gunshot. Let's do it again. We're going to push these up. I can't actually see the clock for the time, so I'm just going to give you reps. 8 more. Hold on. 3 left. No, I can't count. How many left?
I wasn't counting then.
4 now. 2, and 1. Okay, fab, your last exercise is the last one. We're going to do them all again, don't worry. You're going to loop a band low into a low attachment point, and then we're going to go for an overhead tricep extension.
Oh, I don't know whether that might be a bit.
So you're going to stand as close to the pivot point as you need to be able to extend the arms up. So the attachment is low, so it might be under the door, and you may have to do single arm depending on the bands.
Mine aren't quite even.
So if that's the case, you can just do one arm, bringing them up and down, control here. Depends how stretchy the bands are. Nice. Let's do another 7 here, pausing at the top and lowering. So your knees are very slightly soft and your core is braced.
6, 5, 4.
3 more. Lift and squeeze. Give me another 2. Flexing at the top, keeping those shoulders dropped into the body. And 1. Nice work. Well done. Give yourself a little rest. We're going to do them all again. Not even going to worry about timing it because I can't actually see the clock in the sun. So, feeling fresh, Pam?
Very warm.
It's quite clammy. Quite clammy. So, squat. Our first one was our squat. So, I just have a thin one of these. We use it a lot for rehab and the kind of stuff we did at the beginning with just the kind of activation stuff. So you can get much thicker on the knees, and you can also do things like weigh them down with plates to stand on the plate. So it decreases the amount of range.
You don't
of
mean
bands.
dining room plates, do you?
No. Although you could. Send me a photo if you do that. Right, so we're going to lower it down, push the bum back, and then stand up. Good. So your band will be kind of sat on the top of your shoulders. I'm just being really careful because I don't want it to twang the microphone because the mic costs more than my body would ever be worth. Lift and squeeze. Lovely. So because, and that's why you might want to stand on plates, because the tension comes off the band at the bottom. So now I've got a flaccid band. No one wants a flaccid band, should they, Mum? But as you can see, Mum doesn't have any flaccidity here.
Ow!
Do you, Pam?
No, because I'm holding it up to keep some tension in it.
Good. So, Mum's going to do 4 more while I have a rest. Lovely. Driving into the floor, she's squeezing her knees out, and I want you to push the floor away from you so that you feel like you're sucking the earth up through your body from the floor.
Last one.
Okay. So bossy. Right, we're doing our favourite single arm pull down. So
Where I'm allowed to bend my arm.
where you are. Yeah. Really calm down. We're going to go so that you're sitting in line with the band again. You squeeze in, sink into the side. So I want you to think about using your back to pull in. So it's like your whole side shortens up. You're trying to put your whole scapula in one side of your pants where you're pinning everything down. Thinking of activating it first by doing what we did, that drop feeling, and then bringing it in after finishing it off. Let's do another 10. Pausing at the bottom, slowly release. And you need to shorten the distance between your ribs to your pelvis, so your torso will actually move a tiny bit of fragment, although that's not like the principal thing that we're attending to. Oosh.
3 more.
Okay. That's okay. I tell you what, that's a really good idea because I wasn't counting. So maybe we can split. We'll split the job.
You do the teaching.
I'll chat the crap.
And I'll do
You
the
can
counting.
Yeah. Like 2 badgers flipping over in the forest. I don't know what I'm talking about now. Did you nearly fall?
Oh.
I just wanted you to twang up in the air. In and in, squeezing down. and really, really, really crush the nuts in there. So we're keeping our shoulder away from our earlobe the whole time. So as you bring it down, there's absolutely, it's not like twanging back up and lifting your ear up to your chin. It's dropping in, squeezing in there as you bring it right down. How many Pam? Oh, for God's sake. I call it at 2 more. I call it 1 more from now. Right, we're done. So if you fill it up, I'm going to try and do it without the handles. I think it might be a bit easier. So we're doing our pull through. So you grab the ends or the handles or whatever you use. I'm going to try it like this. So hinging over, bringing it through, crushing nuts with your gigantic, huge ass cheeks. So as your butt drives backwards, you're spreading your feet into the floor. Just for a recommendation, if it's not good to put your thumbs through the metal hoops, just saying. Nearly lost them. Get squeeze in. Into the butt cheek. And because we want to keep these nice and slow, we should get a really good stretch over the back area. And then bring them through.
7.
We're going in for that 15, so 8. Digging those feet in, spreading those cheeks at the bottom, and then crushing them together at the top.
10.
Got 5 more?
Yep.
Awesome, squeeze in.
12.
And the last one, squeeze in and then release. Good. We're going to sit down and row. So you definitely need handles for this bad boy. So you've got 10 seconds to change over if you need to. Ooh, I can't reach it, not as bendy as I thought. Start without me, Pam, start without me. I'm being
So
shy.
I'm a little humpy, let's last bit.
Mum's on a hump. So if you can, you're going to try not to row the boat. So you're going to keep the body still-ish, almost either straight up or possibly even very slightly forward. Oh, I'm back a bit. Squeeze. Open that chest. Draw those elbows. Imagine that you're coming around in a circle and they're trying to meet behind your body. They can't because your muscles are so friggin' big. They're like crushing the nuts there.
Humongous.
Keep those shoulders nice and open, and it's the pull of your back that opens your chest rather than the pull of your biceps. So think of your back, elbows, squeeze, and again, crushing the nuts. Imagine someone you hate has put their face in the middle of your back and you're trying to kill them with your muscles. Let's do 3 more. Neither of us were counting.
I was concentrating on my back, I wasn't.
Just thinking who she was killing, probably me.
No.
Awesome. Okay, I believe we now moved into our press of the chesticles. So, definitely needing the handles here. Although, I tell you what, I'm going to show you an option with a leg band. So, if I could tie it properly.
Oh.
Tied up. So you can do it here. So if you've got these big glute bands, you can use them like this. Just leave it through. Doing exactly the same thing.
So I'm just doing this.
Yeah. So basically it's the same thing, but I'm just choosing to hold mine here and tangle myself in it like a kidnapped person. Keeping your hands in line with your boobs. Keeping low-ish. So we're really focusing on the chest area. Should we do a 6?
Yes, I'll start counting again on the next one.
Okay. On the third step from the last.
Yeah, I'm trying to concentrate on what I'm doing.
Okay, 4 more. So really driving forward and squeezing in the chest. So again, imagine you're trying to squeeze your biceps together here. Okay, so we're coming into a shoulder press here. Mum's going to do it with a band that she did it before, but I'll just show you a little demo of how you can do it with a loop band. The thing you need to be conscious of here is that we want that width at the top, so make sure that your grip works out so that you have that width, otherwise you kind of end up coming in here. You should have taken it to close together. So just bear that in mind when you're setting it up. And we're pinning down through our shoulder, just like we talked about before. We've only got 2 more exercises, by the way. Lifting and squeezing, dropping them in. Well done. Shall we do 9?
That's at 8, I think.
Okay, 7 more.
Yeah.
Squeeze. Good, so the same rules apply here. So it's tracking in the groove as it comes down, just control it. And again. Keep squeezing, keep pinning down. Oosh. 2 more. And 1. Amazing. Right, bicep curls for us. So these can be kind of more difficult to do with these, although you can do them. Just need to take out some of the length. I'm going to leave it around my foot actually, just for now. So you'd have to probably do single arm. You could do double, but I think you'd need a heavier band. It's quite light. So you're just going to squeeze in and bring it up. So these are obviously much more comfortable because it's got a nice grip. You can keep your wrists really nicely aligned. These are going to burn a bit, roll around in the hand, but we suck it up, don't we? Because we want to get the gains and the training. So squeeze it in. So I'm just going to touch one quickly. So as you come up, these are going to go hard. So you want your biceps to flex. They're going to go all like Arnie. And if you are able to get your arms down straight, like Mum can with these, because the band's quite tight, she's flexing her tricep at the bottom as well, which is this bit on the back of the arm. So rock hard. She comes down, so she's flexing. You can't even hear me tapping it. It's like metal. It's so hard, isn't it, Pam?
I'm hard.
Well hard. How many you got left?
You were talking, I forgot to count.
Shall we call it 3? These people cannot count. 2. And the last one. Lift and squeeze. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to do an overhead tricep. So I'm going to try and show you with one of these, which I haven't tried before, but so I'm just going to wing it on camera. Good plan. Don't know if it's going to work actually. So you have to do single arm. It's too tight. So I might be able to do it too. I might be able to. Yeah, I can. So you're going to bend the knee, soften the knee, squeezing it up. I'm not going to lie to you, this is a lot more comfortable with these. So like this, it is possible, but it's like trying me hair out, it's really not great. So we're flexing here with the tricep, nice and hard, and these shoulders are dropped right in there, so you can see they're pinned down, so everything's in here is nice and tight. So we don't want our ears being covered up by our gigantic shoulder muscles like these rock hard bad boys. So as we come up, we're flexing this, so our triceps in the underneath of our arm. So really real squeeze in there at the top, and throwing it back down. Mum's going to do another 8 more to finish.
That was 12.
Oh, sorry, she's going to do another 3 more to finish. So,
they're starting to hurt now.
Good. Lovely. And she's done. Yay! Wicked. So that's your first total body resistance band routine. So I hope you enjoyed it. Obviously, if you want it, we're going to do them, or you could do either 3 sets back to back, or you could do it like that, like a circuit, changing it round all the time. Absolutely up to you. But give yourself a massive clap, because it's hard to get used to bands, get used to the tension of the bands. But well done. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. And they're really useful, having a set of bands. Really good.
Epic getting that back done. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.